Hi, I woke up this morning and these words were just going round and round in my mind. It's time to ride the wave. And I thought, well, I'm just going to grab my pen and start writing. So that's what I've done. So if you are a surfer, please forgive me, I am not. But I'm using this analogy because that's what came to my mind. It's time to ride the wave. You know, we've been inside for some time in a reset time, but now it's time for the restart. It is going to take some work, it's going to take some effort, but we must ride the wave. First thing we have to do is get the right board. If we don't have it yet, we need to be guided to the right board, the one that will carry you and hold you up on that wave. You may not have ridden on one before. It may be a whole new experience. It may be a new board. For you, that board may represent a new business, a new ministry, or a creative God idea that is going to carry you into the next season. Secondly, you have to go to the water. You are not going to ride that wave in your backyard. For some, there is going to be a change of location or simply stepping out a little further. Thirdly, take that board in hand and start to walk out in the deep. It may not feel comfortable, maybe a little awkward. You may have to carry the weight of that board for some distance before you encounter that wave. It may take some resources of energy to get you out there. At first, you encounter small waves, causing resistance, throwing you off balance, all designed to keep you away from the big one. You know you must persist. You must keep going. It feels like you're carrying this huge, awkward board that is just a hindrance, just slowing you down. You think maybe if you put it down, it would be easier. But you know it's worth persevering, because if you just keep going with this new thing in hand and get all the way into the deep, that seemingly weighty burden will be the very thing that will cause you to ride above all the undercurrents and ride that wave. As you mount that board and allow it to carry you out as you vigorously paddle, it is now providing some support, but not doing what it is designed and built to do yet. But you persevere because you know the big one is coming. You struggle on a little further and then you see it, you hear it, you can almost taste it. This is what you have been waiting for. The big one is coming. After a huge struggle, you are standing on that board with heart pounding. Then suddenly you are overwhelmed by the torrent of aggressive water pounding you until you are swept off and you realize you have been dumped. But you experienced enough exhilaration to know that this is possible. You experienced enough to know it was possible and worth fighting for. There is no way you are going to allow that dumping discourage you. You felt and saw enough to know it was worth fighting for. So you get up despite the dumping and you do it again. By this time it feels different. You have a greater excitement, a greater expectancy. Your persistence has increased your skill. You have gained better balance and dexterity. You stand tall on that thing and you take dominion. You are now riding the wave. The higher level view is magnificent. You have mastered a new skill. You are now riding the big one. Thanks for listening. This is Rosanna Palmer.